Hi, this is Case with another video, and I help people from doing to being. And today I'm here with a video um, with the 3 reasons to trust your intuition. And I think intuition is a super powerful thing. And maybe just to get started, let you know a little bit about what I do. I help people from doing to being. And what happens if we want to step into being, if we want to step into a more relaxed, more flow type situation, we need to understand where we're flowing to. And one of the things we do this is by surrendering, let's say, to a deeper layer of ourselves. We could say our higher self, or we could say our soul, or we could say our deepest intentions, or anything like that. And intuition is a big part of that. That's actually where intuition comes from. Um, and we tend to forget that intuition is just a deeper layer, because oftentimes our intuition can be something different or something else than our personality. And our intuition can come in many ways. Sometimes you have sort of a feeling, sort of a bad feeling about things, or maybe a good feelings about things, and that tends to be not emotional. So how to separate, intuition from emotion is by understanding that if it is an emotion, if it's a fear or just a happy feeling or something like that, then it's not intuition, because intuition is sort of a deeper sense of something being good or something being bad without feeling emotion about it. So fear, for example, people see fear sometimes as something that is bad, and see fear as an emotion and not as intuition usually. So um, because you can make yourself afraid of anything, but that doesn't you can't really trick your intuition, because intuition is from a deeper layer of yourself, because it's a sort of resonance of, does this match me or not? And that's what intuition can tell you. Intuition cannot usually, unless you are some sort of unless you're more into contact with your higher self. Usually how intuition starts out, it's just a feeling about this, and it's more of the feeling, does this align with the deeper part of myself or doesn't it? um, and then when you start listening to it, it can your intuition can become a bigger thing, and you can understand, okay, you have maybe sort of conversations. You can then go into maybe conversations with your higher self, or a deeper part of yourself, or something like that. And that's also not for everybody, and that's a skill to develop. So trusting your intuition is really important, because it builds these skills, and it makes you from your personal perspective in connection with the deeper part of yourself. You could say the all-knowing or the spirit part of yourself, or your higher self. So oftentimes we see that if we don't listen to our intuition or do something which is not in line um, with that, we tend to regret it later. With which is my first reason to trust your intuition, is that you'll regret it later if you don't. Because if you don't listen to your intuition, or don't hear yourself, hear that feeling, or don't listen to the smallest voice inside you, because intuition, the deeper layers are always the smaller layers, or the smaller um, advisors, I would say, in your mind. So it's not really a rational thing. Well, I'm thinking about it, it's just a sort of feeling, not really feeling it, or yeah, I think this might work out, or is something good. And that's not because it's hope, but it's sort of, it feels a fulfilling, it feels like a good thing. Whether it will work long term or not, it feels like a good thing to do. So and if you don't, let's say you have a job opportunity and you don't feel good about it, and you take the job, I've seen that I can then later look back and think this job and this situation was just not matching me. it was maybe a nice job opportunity and it was interesting, but didn't really fit me. But I wanted to be there. So that's why I said yes. And it was more for the rational part of myself. The rational part of myself wanted to be there, but the deeper intuition already said no. And those were the jobs where I was either fired or I left early or I did not like it that much in the end. Those were the jobs I maybe took for my resume and not because I thought I would really like them that much. So yeah, the second part to, or the second reason to really trust your intuition is it's the deepest indicator or the best indicator that you have, you know. If you don't trust the best indicator you have, the best advisor you have, yeah, that's silly. It's you. Let's say you have a sort of um, you as an incarnation of spirit. Let's say you have a role to play on Earth. This individuality or this role or this experience is experiencing something and has a certain role to play, and that blueprint. Mm, Even though we can feel it, oftentimes it doesn't. Um, uh, Oftentimes we don't really know how to put it in words. Our blueprint, or what matches us, or what doesn't. One exercise that can help with that is a vision exercise, which I can talk about in another video. But that can help you sort of get your compass in line. But overall, when we know our blueprint, we can act on it, or let's say understand what is meant for that blueprint or what isn't. Especially if we're still coming from an individual perspective of I need to control my life, and we're not looking at it from a non-dual perspective. From that individual perspective, it's great to know as much from our deeper levels as we can, because we're not allowing it in. We're not allowing it to control us. But we're still, as an ego or an individual, we can control ourselves in the direction more of spirit, and then we get a better and nicer experience out of life. And that's a great thing to do. And one of these ways to do that is through intuition. So my third reason for trusting your intuition is, with trusting your intuition, you oftentimes let go of what you want, right? Of what you want as a sort of ego individual, for what is best for the bigger you. And oftentimes, what's best for the biggest you makes us happy, makes us fulfilled. So that's to me, it's a really interesting thing, because we let go, we slowly let go, because sometimes our intuition says, this doesn't align. And we feel, wow, this would be great, you know. But if we then trust our intuition and say, okay, well, you know, I want to do this, but it doesn't feel good, so let's not do it. Then what happens is we create an opportunity, and we allow our bigger self to fill up ourselves up more, and we actually surrender a piece of our ego, and we actually give up a piece of our ego control, our idea of we are the ones that need to control this life and steer it and work hard for it and things like that. So by doing these small things where we're trusting the deeper layers of ourselves through, for example, intuition, we can let go of pieces of our ego, which is a great thing, because then we feel more free, more relaxed, more aligned with our source, our higher self, etc. So 3 reasons to sum it up. You'll regret it later if you don't trust your intuition. Second of all, it's the deepest indicator that you have, so listen to it. And the third one is you let go of what you want for what is best. You want to go for what is best in your life, because yeah, because we're more than this life. We're more than, let's say, the bigger life is is more than the illusion of the small self. And in that way, we need to give up our ideas from the small self mindset and let go of them. And what we get back for that is we're more in touch with the bigger part of life. So thank you for watching. I'm still evolving. Let's evolve together, and hope to speak to you soon. Bye.